Welcome back, and this is Marie Louise. I am going through a bit of a personal upgrade at the moment, so apologies for the nasally voice. But thank you again for journeying with me through this healing series. If you are finding that these activations are supportive, I please invite you to like, subscribe and share so that others can join us too. The purpose of these activations is pretty simple. It's to gently guide you through the 12 levels of consciousness, one step at a time, clearing the weight of old patterns so that you can just move more freely into a higher state of courage, love and ultimately acceptance. We began with shame, I am wrong, and moved through to guilt, I did wrong. We visited apathy, the feeling of depression where nothing matters, and then followed through for grief, I have lost. And now we arrive at fear, which generally says, I am not safe. So fear is deeply tied to our relationship with time. Fear of the future is generally the root of anxiety, worry, racing thoughts, and the dread of what might happen. And fear of the past generally shows up as depression, where we might replay old pain, shame or regret that keeps us heavy and stuck. And fear of the unknown locks us into a paralysis, where we go into freeze mode in most situations, afraid to step forward without certainty, and we might see issues around the ankles and the feet. Fear also lives outside of us. So you may well feel it in the collective fear through media, particularly at the moment with everything that's going on, news or social media scrolling. Fear might be within the family or workplace where there's tension, control or anxiety that isn't yours. And general environments that would be heavy, that have panic, stress or general unrest. But also in conversations that might be rooted in worst case scenarios or some level of limitation. And the thing with fear is it is actually quite contagious. If we're not aware, we can unconsciously absorb it into our own field. And that is why shielding is so important. It doesn't mean that you completely close yourself off. It means that you're choosing which energy enters and what stays with you throughout each day. Some simple practices to shield might be to start your day by visualizing a golden light cocoon around your body, strong, and yet it's only able to penetrate with love. And placing your hand on your heart and just saying, I call back my energy, only what is mine remains. Taking breaks from media or conversations that you recognize that feed fear, and replacing fear-based statements with words of courage and truth. Just remember that fear is just a program, and today we clear fear, past, future and the unknown, both from within and the fear that has been projecting onto you, and we anchor into calm courage. So as we move through for the activation and clearing, please get yourself comfortable, whether that's sitting down or lying down. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold for 3 counts. And exhale slowly through the mouth. If you feel called, place your hands over your chest and your belly. And repeat these words either in your mind or out loud. I direct my high self and the light of spirit to identify and clear all fear programs, anxiety loops, survival codes, and absorbed collective fear across all lifetimes, dimensions, ancestral lines and environments. And then if you visualize fear as a black thread tangled around your chest and your stomach, with each exhale see them becoming more loose, unraveling and dissolving into light. And again, in your mind or out loud, whichever feels most comfortable for you, repeat these statements. I release the belief that the world is unsafe for me. I release the belief that fear must control my choices. I release the belief that I am powerless without fear. Now, if you bring your mind to the subtle statements of limitation that feed fear, perhaps you have said or thought things like, "That's just the way things are. It's too late for me. I'm not ready. People like me don't get those opportunities. I'll be happy when. If I don't control it, it will fall apart. This is as good as it gets." These words are not who you are. They are the programs of fear. So today we allow them to rise and allow them to release now. So again, in your mind or out loud, I clear all patterns of fear expressed as anxiety, avoidance, overthinking, control, self-sabotage, spoken words of limitation, and absorbed fear from others. These are not who I am. I release them to spirit now. As these old statements dissolve, speak the reframes within yourself or out loud. I allow new possibilities to unfold. My timing is always perfect. I am ready enough to begin now. Life supports me as I take each step. I choose joy in this moment. I walk forward with calm courage. And just see that golden light filling your whole body and your shield, calm, steady and strong, as that fear dissolves and courage begins to awaken. And if you repeat the codes, either in your mind or out loud, I anchor the code of safety. I embody the remembrance of trust in life. I walk forward with calm courage. And as we move through, to take one last deep breath in. Shoulders back, chest lifted and spine straight. And we say, either aloud or in the mind, I am safe. I am steady. I walk forward with courage. And so it is. And as you move through the day, remember you can shield yourself at any time. Place your hand on your heart, breathe and call your energy back. Notice when conversations, environments or media fuel fear, and choose to step back to shield and reframe those thoughts. If this activation has supported you, please do like, subscribe and share so that others also can release fear and reclaim their courage. Together we can then ripple into the world. The next session will be focused on desire. And in our next activation, we meet desire, the restless energy of wanting more. Desire can keep us chasing outwards, but it also carries the spark of growth and expansion. So together, we will clear distorted desire and reconnect with soul-aligned longing. For now, sending you lots and lots of love. Bye for now.